9 days. That's how long Sami Zayn actually got to hold the WWE Championship, and the guy who took it away hasn't been on television in over 2 months. Welcome back to WWE Galaxy, I'm Nova. Chicago Raw happened, and I need to walk you through this one properly, because it's not just a title change, it's Zayn losing something that meant everything to him. And it's WWE quietly scrapping whatever they originally had planned for SummerSlam. Before any of the chaos, there's a small backstage moment worth sitting with. Zayn found out Cody was taken out and couldn't compete, and his first reaction wasn't relief. He smiled, sure, but then he said something that actually humanized the whole situation, that he and Cody have their differences. But he still considers himself the last good guy, and he'd genuinely been looking forward to testing himself against Cody one more time. Called it a shame that it apparently wasn't meant to be. That's not a guy gloating about an easy night, that's a guy who wanted the real fight and got told he wasn't getting it. He even joked he wasn't sure why he was defending a SmackDown title on Raw anyway, like he'd rather just head back over there. Pierce wasn't having it, told him he promised Chicago a title match, and that was that. Quick rewind for context. Earlier in the night, Zayn confronted Cody backstage, telling him he wasn't just going to swoop in and take the title back. Cody said he'd actually come to wish him luck, then admitted, well, since Sami already said what he'd say, guess he's right. That's when Gunther came out of nowhere, powerbombed Cody through a merch table, called Zayn a disgrace and a fluke champion who never should have won in the first place, then kicked a car door directly into Cody's ear. Cody was bleeding badly enough that he got pulled from the match entirely, so Zayn walks into his main event that night already knowing his actual challenger, the guy he wanted, is gone. And what he gets instead is Chicago's own CM Punk, back for the first time in over 2 months. And to be fair to both of them, this wasn't some squash to make a returning legend look good. Zayn hit 2 separate go-to-sleep attempts on Punk, his own move, using it right back against him. Got a blue thunderbomb combo that came agonizingly close to winning it outright. There was a superplex spot that left both men down going into a break. Punk answered with his own sequence, locked in the Anaconda Vice, went for a sharpshooter that Zayn managed to escape. It came down to Zayn going for a haluva kick, missing, and Punk hitting his own haluva kick, followed immediately by a GTS for the win. Punk's now an 8-time world champion, and he closed the show walking into the Chicago crowd, the same way he did after his Money in the Bank cash in 15 years ago. Genuinely poetic if you're Punk, genuinely brutal if you're Zayn. If you're finding this breakdown useful, hitting like and subscribing genuinely helps the channel keep covering stuff like this in depth. Let's get into why this actually scrambles WWE's own plans. Here's the part that I think matters most going forward. According to Dave Meltzer, WWE's original pitch for SummerSlam was reportedly a blockbuster title match between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. That was the plan on the table before Zayn ever won the belt in Saudi Arabia. Meltzer even said explicitly, if this ends up being Zayn versus Punk at SummerSlam instead, that confirms a last-minute change of plans. And if it's Rhodes versus Punk with no title on the line, that's also a departure from what was originally intended. Now look at where things actually stand. Cody never even got to wrestle for the title tonight. He's sitting there beaten up by Gunther with 0 resolution, no rematch set, nothing. And Zayn just lost the belt to the exact man WWE apparently wanted facing Cody in the first place. So whichever direction WWE goes from here, either Zayn getting his rematch against Punk, or Cody somehow working his way back into this before SummerSlam, it's already off the original blueprint. Something changed recently, and I don't think it was purely creative. Whether it was Cody's group of injuries, Punk's own timeline, or just a story that got away from the original pitch, the version of SummerSlam we were supposedly getting isn't the version we're actually heading toward anymore. So here's what I want to know, does Zayn get an immediate rematch to try to reclaim what he just lost? Or does Cody muscle his way back into this picture before Minneapolis? And is Gunther still floating around this whole situation, given he's the one who took Cody out in the first place? Tell me your take in the comments. Like the video if this got you as invested as it got me, subscribe if you're new, and I'll keep tracking this all the way to SummerSlam. I'm Nova, WWE Galaxy. See you in the next one.